Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Move this back a little bit. Okay, there we go. Anyway, man, like and subscribe to the channel. Become a member. Leave that donation for that fried rice and chicken wings. And remember, if you become a member, it's only a couple of dollars a month. If you enjoy the content, can't hurt you. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Boom. And, man, huge fights coming up. Huge fights. Give a quick rundown, then I'm going to sub. Okay, look. Tszyu is back. And the temperature that I'm getting on Tszyu, from here, reading articles, talking to people here in the United States, and then, of course, I pay attention to the feedback coming from the Australian fans down under. They're saying that they put a lot of respect on Joey Spencer's name. I don't know what Joey Spencer is doing over there in Australia that has resulted in him gaining fans. Anyway, the Australians like Joey Spencer. I think it's how he's conducted himself in a respectable manner, but they're saying Joey Spencer is definitely coming to win. However, of course, they're still siding with Tszyu. Now, I'm going to tell you this. It was a good point that was brought to my attention about Tszyu and the fact that in the Murtazalia fight, he was all gas, no brakes. And they said, remember, he was working with his dad. His dad was their front row. So he was trying to go for the first round knockout to impress his father. And, of course, that didn't work out very good. Did Tszyu land a couple of shots? He did. Even after he got hurt, he landed a couple of shots. But he was already damaged from the first hard blow he took. And he just really never recovered. But he fought with his heart, and he definitely fought in the spirit of his father. He just couldn't get the job done. So I think a big difference going into this fight with Joey Spencer is he's not necessarily looking he doesn't feel the pressure looking to impress his father. He just wants to win. So whether it's by decision or knockout, he doesn't care. But, of course, Tszyu is saying he wants the knockout. So you can see there's still some pride there with Tszyu and wanting to show that he's elite, he's got power, and he's not affected from what happened in the Fedor fight with the cut and, of course, from the damage he took at Murtazalia. Now, as far as Joey Spencer, hey, look, good luck to him. I think the fight's 75-25, 75% chance. Tszyu wins, 25% chance Spencer wins. Daniel Dubois. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, this Dubois and Parker and Usyk crap, the news keeps changing every day. You're hearing that Dubois is fighting Chisora. Chisora is saying it's a done deal. Dubois is saying he's still gunning for Usyk in July at Wembley Stadium. Then you hear Parker has the Usyk fight. Then you hear Usyk wants Dubois. Let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on, but I listened to Frank Warren, and what Frank Warren said, okay, forget Chisora, Dubois, Parker, forget everything else. What Frank Warren said is, he said he's not sure what direction things are going to go, but he's pretty sure that it's going to be Dubois and Parker, Dubois and Usyk, and then Parker will do something else. He doesn't know yet, but he says that's the fight that makes sense. It's a huge fight in the UK, especially Wembley Stadium. It's for undisputed. That's the fight that makes sense. So that being said, if that fight happens, well then, makes sense to me too. But if it doesn't, then that just lets you know there's so much going on behind the scenes that you can't predict. And for those people who like to say, oh, well, you're getting this wrong, this person on this channel got it wrong. Nobody has a crystal ball. You know what I'm saying? You can predict, you can speculate, and then you dialogue. It is what it is. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. But at the end of the day, you can look and see that the puppet masters are back there, and they're controlling the shit that goes on in boxing. And their minds are changing every day. So more to come on Dubois, Parker, Usyk, Chisora. Either way it goes, just make a decision. Stop confusing the fans. Now, Joyce and Hrgovic are about to scrap. I'm going to tell you, I felt the first 4 or 5 rounds is for Hrgovic to win. After that, I think it comes down to a stamina and conditioning competition, and I think Joyce gets him. But I'm going to tell you, after seeing that weigh-in, I am telling you right now, Joyce is to a 275. Man got muscles in his stomach. He is in shape. Joyce did not come to lose. Hrgovic looks in shape too, but I don't know. It's a 50-50 fight, but I didn't expect to see Joyce in that kind of shape. I'll be honest with you. I didn't expect to see that. The boy's in shape. So if he loses to Hrgovic, then Hrgovic's just a better man. Because remember, he's coming to this kind of last minute. He didn't have 3 months to train. He only had a few weeks. But with Hrgovic, he feels he can beat Joyce. He has all the confidence in the world. He says Joyce is super slow. Sounds to me like he's underestimating Joyce. And Hrgovic was already, supposedly in shape. So I think Hrgovic isn't really taking Joyce as serious as he should. Same mistake he made with Dubois. And you saw what happened in that fight. So I think it's 50-50. But the shape that Joyce is in and the fact that Hrgovic is just downplaying him, I'm going to side with Joyce on this, but I don't know. I honestly don't know who wins that fight. I really don't know. But anyway, I can't wait to watch it. Tevin Farmer. Let me tell you something. That guy Tevin Farmer, man, he has found his groove. He's already being put in line for a fight with Floyd Schofield. I just think Floyd Schofield is an amazing fighter, but I mean, did Golden Boy not learn their lesson by putting Tevin Farmer in there with Zepeda? Schofield doesn't fight like Zepeda. Zepeda was able to defeat Tevin Farmer in a close fight by swarming him, overwhelming him. Schofield doesn't fight like that. Now, styles make fights. Who knows? Schofield may have the style to beat Farmer, but Tevin Farmer may just have that style to beat Schofield. Farmer's not going to get discouraged, but the reason why I'm going to keep trumpeting Tevin Farmer's name and champion his name, because Tevin Farmer just came out. Somebody was trying to make fun of him. We all know he already has the kind of cross-eye thing, right? Beyond his control. You can't question the way God made you. It's the way the man was born. So I get it. We all have a sense of humor, but somebody was trying to be really negative towards him. Then somebody was trying to make fun of, I guess he has like a tick, right? He's always jerking and ticking and shit. I never really noticed it. But anyway, he addressed it and he let the world know. He said, okay, finally, I'm going to let you know, since people want to keep talking about this tick I have, I was born with Tourette's. I have Tourette's. So there you go. And that means nothing because I'm still out here putting belt to ass to people. So to see a man with his condition, right, who came into boxing so late and to be out here competing at this level, you got to put some respect on Tevin Farmer's name. Win, lose, or draw, I'm supporting this guy. I knew a girl in school who had Tourette's, and she got teased. She was real good looking, real pretty, but the Tourette's, people made fun of her, and that shit really affected her, even here in adulthood. I'm 49, man. We the same age. To this day, it affects her. It affects her. So anyway, to see Farmer not allowing his, I'll call it a handicap, or maybe I say his condition, to allow his condition to preclude him from going out here and being brave. It's like me. I always want to do stand-up comedy. This man just inspired me to go out here to an open mic. And fuck it, if I get booed, I get booed. If he can come in here with Tourette's and fucking box and start boxing at 18, 19, why can't I? Healthy ass, in a very good position in life. Why the fuck can't I go out here, man, and if I get booed off stage, I get booed off stage? So what? This man going out here with Tourette's, start boxing late and having people trying to blast his nose off his face. So let that man be your motivation if you're scared to do something. Keith Thurman, Tszyu, sounds like that's the fight that was going to happen. Hold your horses. Let's not take it to the stupid. Keith Thurman's come out here and said he will fight Tszyu if it makes sense. So Keith Thurman's already looking to put the duck sauce on the fried rice. Well, what you talking about? Look, Keith Thurman, I get it. I think he's, by name, if you're doing name recognition, he's the A side. He and Tszyu have big names. In Australia, Tszyu is the man. But Keith Thurman, 147, former Unified, he's the A side if we're going by names. But if he's going to fight Tszyu in Australia, well, Tszyu's the big dog. So you can't come out here talking about if something makes sense, financial sense. You can't come out there to Australia and being off for the last couple of years, come and get a win against basically a prospect and think you're going to come in and strong-arm Tszyu into a 75-25% purse split. Are you crazy? You got to look at who Tszyu lost to. He lost to Fundora in a fight he probably would have won. And Murtazali, if nobody wants to fight, which I think was brave and ballsy, but a little stupid of Tszyu to come and even mess with Murtazali. But nobody else would. He did. So he deserves a lot of kudos for that. But for Keith Thurman to come in here and start talking this bullshit about if it makes sense, fight Tszyu and everything will come together. You duck him, people are going to sit there and they already kind of don't respect Keith Thurman anyway because of the inactivity and all that bullshit. So Keith Thurman better be careful on his next move, especially if he puts the duck sauce on the fried rice when it comes to Tszyu. Deontay Wilder, look, back in EFF, ECT, all kind of people out here. This is the thing. If I say Wilder could be fighting Ngannou next and I put a question mark behind it, you know what that means? That means that it's just something that I'm throwing out there, something that I'm hearing. It's a possibility. It doesn't mean that it's anything definitive, okay? So hold your horses. Don't come in the comments talking about, no, the boxing channels are talking about this. So who the fuck are they? The boxing gods? The all-knowing? Get the fuck out of here. 99% of motherfuckers out here who talking boxing, they're just talking boxing. Most of them lie through their fucking teeth. My sources. What source, motherfucker? Reveal them. So don't come out here acting like you got a crystal ball or these other channels are speaking facts unless they bring someone on who's talking and then we go by that. So kill the fucking noise. But it does sound to me, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it emphatically, that Wilder and Ngannou could be next if Wilder beats Terrell Herndon. Because Wilder said he's fighting a huge name. People are going to be shocked. He's going to be out the country. Who else could it be? What could shock people? What could be a big name and out of this country? Him fighting AJ ain't going to shock us. Him fighting Fury in a rematch won't shock us. Him fighting Dubois, him fighting Usyk, none of that shit will shock us. Him fighting Ngannou in Africa would shock us. So it's called optics. It's called awareness. Learn that. Now Ricardo Torres is going to be back, man. He's fighting this guy Villanello. Villanello had just beat Makhmudov, and I'm gonna tell you right now, man. You know what Richard Torres Senior said. He said height and weight. They'll always say he's not a big guy at heavyweight. But like I told him as a kid, he walked into the ring with kids who were 230. He's 15 or 16. And he says, "Pops, they're big." I said, "Don't worry. You don't have to carry them. We're going to use your advantage, our skills, and we're going to break them down with speed and power." So that's what Torres is looking to do when he gets in the ring with Villanello, is use his speed and power. And he's like, okay, he's a big guy, but I don't have to carry him. I just got to break him down and get the victory. Good luck to Torres, but I just think he bit off more than he may have bitten off more than he can chew, because Villanello can scrap. But at the same time, Makhmudov was basically a big dumb mannequin. He's normal dumb, normal stupid. He's just there, normal, stupid, won't get out the way, getting hit with shots. Torres is the opposite. Good fight. Don't know how that goes, but I don't know. I kind of leaning towards Villanello, but you just don't know. Then Dillian White is back, supposed to be fighting Hughie Fury. So his hand should be healed up, looking to fight Hughie Fury, I think around the summertime. But that's the latest on Dillian White. He feels that he's going to knock Hughie Fury out. I don't think that's an easy fight. Hughie Fury, whenever I hear the Fury name, I just think anybody fighting those guys got to be careful. It's like I said, Tyson Fury and Wilder, y'all know how I feel about that. Tommy Fury and Jake Paul, when have you ever seen Tommy Fury look that fast, look that sharp, box like that? Never. But he was working with Usman Sajjad. Hey, that's all I'm saying. After that, Tommy Fury fighting KSI, Tommy Fury couldn't figure shit out in the ring, could he? So I just hope Dillian White knows what he's getting into. Anyway, y'all keep cool. I'm about to go out here and sub. That's a quick rundown. Keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, 7 continents. Come a member to the channel, buy some merch, and we're all good. In the breeze.